Barnum did offer people with disabilities and other deformities unique opportunities at the time. He also did pay relatively well for the time and oftentimes also housed their families. And in both his museum and circus, oftentimes performers would find a found family. It was not a good time to be a disabled person, and this put them in an environment where people were looking out for them and cared for them, and people who really loved them. And I want to highlight specifically the people he was exploiting with intellectual disabilities. So as I've discussed, Barnum did not have a linear business history because of fires and bankruptcy. So several times, more than 5, probably closer to 10 times in his career, he had to drop everyone on his payroll. So oftentimes his performers without intellectual disabilities were able to carry on, find new housing, and find new work. However, the people with intellectual disabilities that he was exploiting, particularly those with microcephaly, which were some of his favorites to display and employ, they'd be completely abandoned when something like this happened. He did not provide housing for them or accommodations for them after these catastrophes. Like, for example, the 2 people he hired with microcephaly, Maximo and Bartola, who he gave the stage names the Aztec children. Now, nobody really knows where they were from. The best guess is that they were the children of peasants from San Salvador, but he marketed them as the last Aztec children, and they were rather small in stature and had a severe intellectual disability. He was paying and housing Maximo and Bartola, but he also staged a fake marriage between them for a crowd to see, even though they're brother and sister. And it was advertised that they were brother and sister, but he also said that the Aztecs were okay with marriages between siblings. I have no idea if that's true or not. I have not done research on Aztec culture, but regardless, they have an intellectual disability, so that's extreme exploitation that he absolutely profited on. Even worse, years later on an official government tour, General Henry S. Taylor said that he discovered Maximo and Bartola in an insane asylum. He recognized them from Barnum's show and said, "Wait a minute, what are you 2 doing here?" The asylum workers apparently told him that Barnum actually got Maximo and Bartola from them in the first place. So that is where Barnum allegedly found them, and once they were no longer making money for him, Barnum allegedly returned them. So again, yes, more than one thing can be true. Barnum did provide unique opportunities for disabled folks at the time. He did pay them. They did enjoy performing. However, once they were no longer making him any money, they were tossed aside like a sack of potatoes. Now, I tried to find the General Henry S. Taylor that this book is referring to. I think they might have meant Sir Henry Taylor, because Sir Henry Taylor was head of the West Indian Department at the Colonial Office in 1861, and he did do quite a bit of research on asylums and the treatment of patients in said asylums. But anyway, as I said in my first video, Barnum was a polarizing figure. You can find both good and horrible facts throughout his career.